We think that they should invest in natural and much better organic fibers, more, not in polyester, because polyester is a man-made fiber. So GOTS, in fact, is the wrong partner to give an answer to that, because we are the standard for certified organic fibers. As additional fibers, recycled polyester is allowed in GOTS under strong restrictions and rules. Virgin polyester is not allowed at all. So for GOTS, it's out of any choice. If with regular cotton, you mean cotton that is sprayed with pesticides and insecticides, organic cotton is always the better choice. Of course, as locally as possible and in best quality possible. GOTS does not only set criteria for ecology and social responsibility, but also for quality parameters like color, fastness, shrinking, etc. This question is asked often, and we tend to reply with a question. There are so innumerable brands and products for selling sportswear, for example, or home textiles or other products. Isn't that confusing? I mean, in fact, there are a lot of standards, but the number of real third-party and real sustainability standards covering the entire supply chain, and which are not self-claims, not third-party certified, is not too much. And nowadays you can find a lot of information in independent platforms with transparent comparison criteria of the standards. Even governments like the German government set up platforms. The German, for example, is called Siegelklarheit. It's an independent platform where you can compare standards. The ITC, as part of the United Nations, has a tool called Standards Map. And there are many others around from consumer protecting organizations. Yes, a closer look is necessary, but easily possible if consumers want to buy sustainable products. And they do. I mean, if we regularly check access to our public database, and this is the website which is most accessed by far. And one reason is that the consumers check the license number on GOTS products. They cross-check in the GOTS database if the claim on the product is true. Yeah, sure. It's much more complex than harvesting a banana and sending it to the retail store. Yeah, it's you're absolutely. And the product is only sustainable if you look at the entire supply chain regarding social and environmental criteria. Every step has to be checked from field to fashion. Some do not even know anything beyond their direct supplier. And it is expensive to build a complete and own traceability system and set rules and check through the entire chain. And this is the strength of GOTS, indeed. If you buy a GOTS certified product, intermediate or finished, you know that the entire supply chain downstream is certified. Otherwise, you would not be able to buy this product as GOTS certified. It can be yarn, it can be fabric, and it can be a ready garment. So, and you don't need to build own expensive traceability systems. Yes, it is. It is, but this has nothing to do with the covering the entire supply chain. It has to do with the internalization of external costs, which means a t-shirt has its price. The question is only who pays the price. Does the environment pay the price because the river is poisoned? You don't have treatment units, or is the workers paying the price? Or the consumer is paying the true price of something. Sustainability is not for free. If you want to pay people properly, it is a price, it is a cost. I think more and more, yeah, we have studies that say, okay, nobody is telling you I want my T-shirt being done by children because they are cheap. Nobody will admit that, and in the end, the price is decisive. But more and more consumers are willing to pay the price because they know that we cannot continue. We cannot continue like this. Also through our media, through everything, consumers get more aware of conditions under which clothes are made, and also the pandemic, I think, contributed to making people more conscious. There are some studies around that say if products are fashionable, this is very important. Yeah, you will not buy, the young people especially will not buy a garment which is not fashionable only because it's sustainable. So if it is fashionable from the design, consumers are willing to pay 10 to 15% more. Yeah, that's a very good question, because the traceability has also its cost. Yeah, so this is a question every really sustainable brand or also standards are facing. I think above all, consumers want to trust. Yeah, because nowadays it's very easy to buy. You click and buy, and some minutes later it is delivered. So it's very convenient to buy products, and if you can trust someone, then it's more convenient for you. Yeah, you don't have to check. But it seems, because so many greenwashing is around, that that a certain kind of a grade of traceability seems to be necessary for the consumers. What this is, how much effort should be taken into traceability, to show the traceability, to report traceability, we will have to find out. In the beginning of GOTS, it was built a very efficient system that you don't need this to show this traceability, because it's inbuilt. What I said, if you buy a GOTS certified product, whatever it is, a yarn or fabric or ready garment, the entire supply chain is certified, so you don't need to. And this is also part of the success, because GOTS covers the entire supply chain, and businesses as well as consumers know that. But we are also thinking about showing this traceability now. It's there, it's inbuilt. We are actually setting up a centralized database where all data is coming together, so that we can, from a QR code in the end, maybe see where the cotton was grown. But to what detail is also not only a cost issue, but it's also a legal issue. If a company doesn't want to be shown, not because of something to hide, but maybe because of competitive reasons. Yeah, smaller companies, for example, they don't want to show their suppliers because it is a competitive advantage for them. So, this is a big discussion, and very interesting to what it will lead us to. Yes, we have always risk. But it's not more risk than any other fraud risk. Yeah, this is to set rules, to make laws, does not prevent people to commit crimes. Yeah, this is, and I think once a topic changes to a factor, to an economic value, then we will have it. We will have, that's true, and should not be denied. We were always very open in that, and the worldwide interest in organically grown fibers and textile produced under environmental and social standards as GOTS has become an economic factor in the industry. Yeah, this is gratifying on one hand, and brings us to our vision that organic textiles become part of everyday life, but it also attracts criminals who see an opportunity to make money. And we have big discrepancies in regarding poverty and rich countries. So, but the nature of this fraud we detected was really organized crime. Yeah, it was built on fake QR codes leading to fake websites of the Indian government, and the fact that our system has been misused by gangs to label for profit is absolutely unacceptable, and we will continue to fight against this, and we will not longer rely on solely on national government control. Yeah, but on the other hand, it proved that our system worked because we detected the fraud. Yeah, we ourselves detected it, and I think in the end it was a bitter experience for us. But we are emerging from it stronger than before, and we will not, we will not stop to fight against this and permanently also improve our systems.